Uh, Thank you for that answer. It's quite intriguing that you are taking this conversation into depths, which is very difficult to actually put in words. So I have one question here. This understanding that you revealed of sensations is dropping and rising at a rapid pace. There are so many people who are trying different things. A lot of people may not arrive at the arrive is again a term that I'm using for want of a better term, but who have not understood this in this experience or in this form. Would you term this what you are learning is as a miracle or destiny? How would you look at this understanding choosing you, or you coming to this point where this became apparent to you? This is how it works. Can you talk a little about that?
First of all, the confusion starts with the understanding of understanding. So whether we understand understanding or not, that's a big question, because understanding cannot have a point of arrival. No conclusion can happen when we talk about understanding. There could be momentary point of stoppages, there could be, but the understanding is a continuous process. So different people trying to understand this through different ways. The moment we talk about ways, a method, a particular route, actually we talk about a destination, and there is no destination. So so the confusion primarily is about reaching a destination. When we start considering that we have to reach a destination, and that is why let's do something, this, that, or whatsoever, the first confusion becomes a superstition that I have to reach a point. So that's a primary confusion that I'm trying to understand. Like if somebody is terming that I'm failing to reach there, where there's no point of reaching at all. So all these all these things are just human created dramas which are fed and believed. So ultimately it's not, there is no somebody has chosen or something, like, because it's nothing special that is occurring at all. To answer your question, that
no, I'm it just came to me that
has chosen.
Sorry, please continue.
Yeah, so you said that. No, you said that whether this understanding has chosen you or you chose this understanding. So it's just a natural mapping. It's happening, and for everyone, it happens. It is there. It's just that it is blocked some or other way. Maybe, perhaps. Yeah. You're saying something, sir.
Yeah, I was amused with the thought of that there are generally seen as two streams of thought. One is the materialistic, one is quote unquote the spiritual journey that a lot of people see. I'm talking about tendencies, how we see things. So there was this wonderful, funny poet called Ramzu, a guy called Wayne Lickham, and who's made fun of the spiritual process itself. So he's written a small book called No Way for the Spiritually Advanced. So say for example, I remember a two-liner where he says, Ramju believes in the law of cause and effect. Only that he doesn't know which is which.
Very nice.
So brilliant. He's made fun. It's a very Zen way of looking at things. Then he has some funny illustrations in it. He says, okay, you trust Ramzu. You're willing to do drugs. You're willing to go to so-and-so. If a guru asks you to eat cow dung, you will eat that also, just to show how pure you are. But
Yes, yes.
Abzu has one question. After this meditation that you do for 2 hours, 3 hours, absolute bliss. And when you come out, where is that bliss? Or why do you come out? Certain questions he is
Yes.
asked which provokes you. A very brilliant way of making you question
Interesting.
these fundamentals of journey, destination,
Yes.
higher, lower.
That
What?
to this fun
Why?
of doing meditation for 2 hours or 20 minutes whatsoever.
Anything.
How can
Because
I?
something.
Yeah, yeah.
Because uh, I also am guilty of this. Sometimes I see myself as okay. I am these days. I am being nice. Then sometimes I think I am being otherwise. This judgment is constantly on. This drama is
Yeah.
also being watched at times. Uh,
Yes, yes.
but you very nicely put. Some days I understand that this whole thing is a joke I am playing on myself. What are you discovering? You are you. There is nothing much to find wherever you are. If you are having dal roti, you are having dal roti. So just be conscious, just be aware of what is, and that's it. Instead of trying to make a big deal of either pizza or dal roti. So I remember this conversation I had with my teenage daughter. One day, I keep watching some serial with Sai Baba in it. So she was saying, "Does Sai Baba like pizza?" That was her question. I said, "Yeah, there is no like or dislike for him." No. You have to give one answer. These kind of clever answers won't do. I said, "No, he likes it, but it's not that if he doesn't get it, he will get disappointed. He's okay. If you give him pizza, he'll eat pizza. It's okay with him." So she says that means he's having more fun than we do, because even in a grain of rice, he can taste pizza because he's happy. I said, yeah, that is something that you can say that this is how it works. But I was amused at myself because the answer that you gave, I can also see myself squirm a bit. Oh no, I need one thing to question this. But there's no question. There is just this idle way of being. Just curious
Yeah.
about life and figuring out. I am trying to figure out what is the easiest way for the audience to understand that it is as easy as this. You just have to accept wherever you are, it is right. There is no clash.
I
There is
think
no
the
conflict.
tentativity, I think tentativity
Hmm.
is a fact of life. The moment we lead ourselves to conclusion, confusion starts. So in in one word perhaps, the tentativity, if we understand the tentativity, the fact as a fact of life, everything is tentative,
Yeah.
impermanent. So if we can
Yeah,
just
this is so beautiful because there's another monk called Ajahn Chah who's passed away, but he had this one term. He says, if there is nothing else you will learn, just learn this one thing that nothing is sure. So whatever you arrive
yes,
at, just say not sure, not sure.
yes, yes,
Just be sure that nothing is sure and everything else will fall in place at some point of time.
yes,
So
yes.
I'm
So
realizing this
whenever
myself.
we consider we are sure, we actually imagine it. Now, for example, I used to give this example. Suppose this apple, you see in my hand, this apple, red color apple. Do you see? Do you
Yeah,
see this apple, the beautiful apple in my hand?
it's
Do you
an
see it?
imagine.
Now, yeah, if I want to prove this as an apple and you want to believe that this is an apple, it's a huge effort that we have to make both. So imagination is such, the point of surety, security, and all these imaginations are something imaginary which we strain ourselves to believe, and it's a huge depletion of energy for us, and that leads to all the sufferings or the physical pains also.
Is worth contemplating on in terms of
Yeah. So
uh,
finally, can I question my imagination? Can I question it? The moment I question my imagination, I cannot believe it. If I
it
don't
doesn't.
question, I
Yeah,
believe it, and yeah,
I think that's what you meant by instantaneous also, because it's like
yes,
air in a balloon. What are you going to point out at? There's nothing. Wonderful. So I think I've run out of questions because you come to a point where I don't want to dissect further in terms of the ease of being place that this conversation has led to. Thank you so much for your time, and it's been honestly an effortless conversation. It's so beautiful.
It's a pleasure. It's a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
It's a pleasure talking to you, Bunty. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'll see you around.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.